Animal migration is a spectacular phenomenon in the natural world. It involves the long-distance movement of animal populations, often on a seasonal basis. These journeys, sometimes spanning thousands of miles, are undertaken by a diverse range of creatures, from tiny insects to massive whales. Witnessing these mass movements is a testament to the incredible power and resilience of the animal kingdom. Migration is not simply wandering, it is a cyclical journey with a clear purpose. Animals travel to specific destinations and then return, often following the same routes year after year. This predictable behavior allows scientists to study and track these amazing feats of navigation. The reasons behind these epic journeys are diverse, but typically revolve around access to resources. Animals may migrate to find food, suitable breeding grounds, or more favorable climates. Migration is more than just animals moving from one place to another. It's a distinct behavior with specific characteristics that set it apart from other types of movement. Understanding these characteristics helps us appreciate the complexity and evolutionary significance of migration. One key aspect of migration is its persistent nature. Migrating animals maintain a determined direction, often overcoming significant obstacles along the way. They don't simply drift aimlessly. They are driven by an internal compass that guides them towards their destination. Another defining feature is the reallocation of energy resources. Animals preparing for migration often undergo physiological changes, such as storing fat reserves. These reserves provide the fuel for their long journeys, enabling them to cover vast distances. Furthermore, migratory movements involve distinct behaviors that differ from daily activities. Animals may travel in groups, adopting specific formations for efficiency. Finally, migration often involves a return journey to the original location. Hugh Dingle, a prominent researcher, identified 5 key characteristics of migratory behavior. They are persistent movement, relocated energy resources, distinctive behavior, activity patterns, and return journeys. Persistent movement is sustained and directed travel. Animals maintain a consistent direction over long distances. This distinguishes migration from random wandering. Relocated energy resources sustain long journeys. Animals accumulate fat reserves as fuel. Distinctive behavior includes specific formations. V formations enhance efficiency and reduce energy use. Activity patterns change during migration. Animals travel at different times of day. Return journeys define migration, unlike one-way dispersal. The Arctic tern stands out as a remarkable example of long-distance migration. This small bird, weighing only about 100 grams, undertakes an annual journey that covers an astounding 70,000 kilometers. Their journey begins in the Arctic during the northern summer, where they breed and raise their young. As the days shorten and winter approaches, they embark on their epic southward migration. They follow a route that takes them along the coasts of Europe and Africa, eventually reaching the Antarctic. By traveling between the Arctic and Antarctic, they experience 2 summers each year. This strategy allows them to benefit from abundant food resources in both hemispheres. Their successful migration demonstrates the power of adaptation and survival in the natural world. The pronghorn, a unique ungulate native to North America, showcases a different type of migratory journey, one bound to the land. These graceful animals undertake some of the longest land migrations of any mammal in the Western Hemisphere. Their journeys are tightly linked to the changing seasons and the availability of resources. Pronghorn migrations are driven by the need to find suitable grazing areas and escape harsh winter conditions. They follow traditional routes, often traversing challenging terrains such as mountains and rivers. One of the most famous pronghorn migrations occurs in the Greater Yellowstone ecosystem. Here, pronghorn travel over 160 kilometers between their summer and winter ranges. This journey takes them through a narrow corridor known as the Path of the Pronghorn. Conservation efforts are crucial to ensure the survival of these magnificent animals. Human activities pose significant threats to animal migrations around the world. Habitat loss, fragmentation, and degradation disrupt established migration routes, making it difficult for animals to complete their journeys. As human populations expand and land use changes, natural habitats are converted into agricultural fields, urban areas and infrastructure. The construction of roads, fences and other barriers creates physical obstacles that fragment migration corridors. These barriers prevent animals from accessing essential resources and can lead to increased mortality rates. Climate change also presents a significant challenge to migrating species. Changes in temperature, precipitation patterns, and the timing of seasonal events can disrupt the delicate balance that triggers migration. Animals may arrive at their breeding or feeding grounds at the wrong time, leading to reduced reproductive success and food shortages. Pollution, both in the air and water, further impacts migrating animals. Recognizing the importance of animal migrations, conservationists are working tirelessly to protect these natural highways. Efforts focus on preserving and restoring habitats, mitigating human-wildlife conflicts, and raising awareness about the importance of migration. Habitat restoration projects play a crucial role in maintaining connectivity between different parts of a migration route. By restoring degraded habitats and creating wildlife corridors, conservationists provide animals with the space and resources they need to complete their journeys. Mitigating human-wildlife conflicts is essential for protecting both animals and people. Strategies include building wildlife crossings over and under roads, installing fences to guide animals away from human settlements, and educating communities about how to coexist with wildlife. Raising public awareness about the importance of animal migration is crucial for garnering support for conservation efforts. Educational programs, documentaries, and outreach campaigns help people understand the ecological significance of migration and the threats it faces. Increased awareness can lead to greater public support for policies and initiatives that protect migrating species. Despite ongoing conservation efforts, protecting animal migrations faces numerous challenges. Funding limitations often restrict the scope and scale of conservation projects. Competition for resources and land use conflicts can make it difficult to implement effective conservation measures. The dynamic nature of migration routes and the vast distances covered by some species make monitoring and protection efforts logistically complex. Securing adequate funding for conservation projects is an ongoing struggle. Limited resources can hinder the implementation of large-scale habitat restoration projects, the development of wildlife crossings, and the enforcement of regulations designed to protect migrating animals. Land use conflicts often arise when human activities overlap with migration routes. Balancing the needs of human development with the needs of migrating animals requires careful planning and negotiation. The dynamic nature of migration routes presents a challenge for conservationists. International cooperation is vital for conserving animal migrations across borders. Many species travel across countries, needing joint efforts for protection. Agreements provide a framework for joint actions and resource sharing. Collaborative research helps understand migration patterns and threats. Transboundary protected areas offer safe havens for migrating animals. Aligning conservation efforts avoids conflicting regulations and enhances outcomes. Technological advancements have revolutionized the study of animal migration, providing scientists with unprecedented insights into the movements and behaviors of migrating species. Satellite tracking devices, GPS tags, and other tracking technologies allow researchers to follow animals in real time, mapping their migration routes with remarkable precision. Data analysis techniques, such as geospatial modeling and statistical analysis, enable scientists to extract valuable information from tracking data. These analyses can reveal migration corridors, stopover sites, and the factors influencing migration patterns. Remote sensing technologies, such as aerial surveys and satellite imagery, provide a broader perspective on migration routes and habitats. These technologies allow researchers to assess the condition of habitats along migration routes, identify potential threats, and monitor changes over time. Genetic analysis techniques offer insights into the evolutionary history and population dynamics of migrating species. By studying the genetic makeup of different populations, scientists can understand how migration patterns have evolved and how different populations are connected. Protecting animal migrations is a shared responsibility requiring collective action. Governments, organizations, communities, and individuals all play a role. By working together, we can safeguard migrating species. Supporting conservation through donations and volunteering is vital. These organizations protect migration routes and raise awareness. Informed consumer choices contribute to conservation efforts. Choose sustainable products to reduce impact on migrating species. Educating ourselves and others fosters stewardship and action. Spread the word to create a broader movement for protection.